Welcome back to Virginia This Morning live right here on CBS 6. If you're looking for an easy and delicious recipe, here's a excellent option. Take a look.
Our great friend of the show, Mary Rapoport with the Virginia Egg Council is back. And today Mary's brought a recipe that was a winner a couple years ago. You've reached back into the recipe vault from this one, and it's got a connection to Richmond, Mary.
Yes, Vienna Taylor developed this recipe. I believe it was 1988 for a recipe contest that the Egg Council had way back then. And every few years, I sort of reinvent it. It's just such a neat recipe. It's called Sunny Egg Baskets. And at this time when we're, looking for happy things, this makes me feel happy.
You say it's easy, and it's easy to put together, and of course, delicious.
And it is delicious. My one caveat when I cook is that, and I think, you've had a lot of the food that I prepared when we were at the station, and it usually tastes pretty darn good, doesn't it? I mean, that's my, my bar. If it is fantastically gorgeous, that's great. If it's easy, that's even better. But my one thing is I want it to taste good, and this tastes delicious. So anyway, to begin with, you need cupcake tin like this. And it's better if you have it so that it's the nonstick variety. And I'm going to go ahead and butter the tin. And what you do is, see how I'm doing this? I'm skipping every other one, just in case there's a little bit of overlap with the basket that we're going to make. So I'm going to make 6 of these in here, and they're alternating ones like this. Okay, so that's melted butter right there. And then what you need is some phyllo dough. Have you ever worked with phyllo dough, Jessica?
I have with chefs or, cooking enthusiasts when they come in the studio.
Yeah, right.
I've eaten plenty of it, but I have not really been brave enough to play with it at home.
If you've ever eaten spanakopita or baklava, that's made with phyllo dough. Layers and layers and layers with butter in between. This is not a low-calorie thing. But anyway, it comes in a package like this in the freezer section near desserts. You thaw it out, and you can thaw it in the refrigerator if you want, or you can thaw it on the counter for about a few hours. And then you open it up, and it's layers and layers of the thinnest dough you have ever seen. I'm going to keep this covered. That's a trick, to keep it covered. And I'm going to show you how to do one layer right here. So you've got this laying right here, and you just spread this melted butter. This is making 6. And for 6, I have melted a half a stick of real butter. It doesn't matter if it's salted or not salted. And if it tears a little bit, don't worry about it, because you're going to fold this all. It's kind of forgiving, really. I'm going to fold it in thirds this way, and thirds that way, and then butter this and fold this in half. And then what I found is easiest to do is I have a little cup right here and kind of mold it in the cup right like that, and then put it into the waiting cupcake pan like this. And I have 3. You can either do 2 of these, 3 each, or one of those big ones. And then you take some Boursin cheese. Have you ever used that? Boursin is just cream cheese with this wonderful garlicky flavor in it. And it's just, oh man, it's so decadent and wonderful. And
I've rarely met a cheese that I'm not a fan of, Mary, but yes, I've had the Boursin before. If you didn't have that at home, do you have another recommendation, another go-to?
Rondelet is another sort of flavored cheese, or whatever, or you could make your own. You could put some cream cheese with some herbs in it, some herbs de Provence or something like that. What you want is, after it's baked and you cut through the egg, you want to get that burst of creamy, crazy goodness down at the bottom of it.
And now my mouth is watering.
It really is wonderful. Okay, and now this is the time. I don't usually just crack my eggs in custard cups all the time, but this is the time you want to do it, because if there is a shell in there, what you don't want to do is to have to go searching around underneath here to find the shell. So just go ahead and put it in here and get it out if you have a shell in there. So I put this on top of the Boursin cheese that was in here like this, a little salt and pepper. This is the mixture. I just have a little salt and pepper like this. And then this is, it calls for heavy cream. We have lactose intolerant people in our house. So this is one of those coffee creamers. I think it's, I don't, it's an almond milk, but whatever. And the reason you do that is just to kind of moisten the top of it. This goes in the oven at 400 degrees and it bakes for about 15 minutes. Those last few minutes, you're going to have to put on a piece of foil because the top does cook more quickly. And here's the finished product.
They seem so easy.
It is just gorgeous, just gorgeous. And what I've done right here, I did get some herbs from my garden. I'm garnishing the platter with some with fresh dill, and this is chives. Just snip the chives. Make sure to wash your herbs in a little salt water to get any little buggies off that. And this is gorgeous. And when you bite into this, like I said, you just bite into it and you've got that wonderful creamy goodness on the bottom. So this is Sunny Egg Baskets, great for breakfast. Not really breakfast, I would say brunch, but I'm into dinner eggs these days because that's the main meal that I'm cooking. So we're doing a lot of eggs for dinner. And this would be great for Wednesdays. You know, American Egg Board said Wednesday is now Wednesday. So here you go. This is what we can have next Wednesday for dinner. And the recipe is going to be on your site, right?
Absolutely. Thank you so much for sharing it and bringing this one out from the vault since it had that Richmond connection and obviously looks delicious.
And the recipe is on our website, virginiaeggcouncil.org, and is it WTVR.com or?
It is
right?
WTVR.com/VTM. We'll share that recipe and then we'll also put a link to Virginia Egg Council so everybody knows where to go to find some other.
And thank you to Vienna Taylor who developed this recipe in 1988 in Richmond, Virginia. Thank you, Vienna.
Thank you so much, Mary, for being back with us. It's always great to see you, and we're happy to have this recipe on a future Wednesday. We'll be sure to post that link to the Virginia Egg Council along with this recipe for Sunny Egg Baskets right there on WTVR.com/VTM so that you can easily find it and make it at home.